Oh boy, do we have some damn work to do this offseason. Last in the league in batting average. Second worst in the league at scoring runs. Last in average, last in hits. Tied for last in the league in doubles. Last in the league in home runs. Goes without saying, second to last in the league in RBI. We're 24th in steal for what it's worth. Second to last in walks. Last in slugging. Last in on-base percentage. Total bases. Second to last in plate appearances. Second worst ERA. Here's a positive. Swanson had 38 saves. Gotta give us credit for something, right? Never mind. We had 29 blown saves. And of course, worst baseball team in the league. Meanwhile, let's see who actually wins the World Series this year. Padres are moving on to take on the Dodgers in the NLDS. Orioles will be taking on the Yankees in the ALDS. Royals, actually I forgot they didn't Royals make the playoffs. They'll be taking on the Mariners in the ALDS. Cubs advance, they'll take on the Phillies. Orioles eliminate the Yankees, they'll be taking on either the Mariners or the Royals. Well, that was quick. They'll take on the Mariners. Phillies take care of business. They'll be taking on either the Dodgers or the Padres. It'll be the Dodgers, Phillies for the NLCS crown. Dodgers make it to the World Series for the third straight year in a row. The Mariners are in the World Series for the first time ever. I don't know if the Dodgers are the type of team you want to be facing, though. Dodgers take game 1 5-4 in what looks like it was a really close game. J.P. Crawford, 1 hit, that being a long ball, 2 RBI on it. Brian Wu, 6 innings, 5 strikeouts. On the Dodgers side, Will Smith and Shohei Ohtani really pick up all of the offense needed to get this team's game 1. Edwin Diaz gets the save. Dodgers would take game number 2 as well. Mariners only able to muster 5 hits. Really, the Dodgers only mustered up 5 hits of their own, but they were able to take care of business. A sacrifice fly produced an RBI for them. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the World Series MVP from last year, 6 innings, 7 strikeouts, 4 walks. Mariners take game number 3, 7-1. Page's the only one to get a run across the board, a solo shot where Tyler Glasnow gave up 7 runs in 2 2/3 innings. Those 7 runs coming off the bats of J.P. Crawford, Cal Raleigh, Brandon Nimmo, and Brendan Donovan. Oh, Willie Castro, who I forgot was even there, also drove in a run. Luis Castillo going 8 strong innings, 6 strikeouts. Dodgers would end up taking this game 4-2 in game 4. Shohei Ohtani did not get a hit. I don't think he's gotten a hit the entire series. Freddie Freeman driving in 2. Remember, he got injured earlier in the season. I believe a broken shin. Missed half the season and can clearly come back very strong. Will Smith picks up his 4th home run of the postseason. Freddie Freeman, obviously one of his own. Blake Snell goes 5 2/3 innings and 3 strikeouts. Edwin Diaz gets save number 9, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the all-time postseason record now, like for a single postseason run. J.P. Crawford didn't get a hit. Cal Raleigh went 3 for 4 with a long ball. Willie Castro also dropped one on their head, but just was not enough. Are the Dodgers really about to three-peat? Game 5. The Dodgers have won 3 straight championships, the first team to do that since 98, 99, 2000 Yankees. Oh boy. Let's do what we got to do in the offseason. Freddie Freeman picks up a 2nd World Series MVP in his career. 2 out of the last 3 years. Again, 3 straight Dodgers have done this. It's freaking bananas. NLCS MVP was Kyle Tucker. Your ALCS MVP, Rob Refsnyder. The AL MVP has been ripped from Aaron Judge's hands, and now is Riley Greens? Really? I mean, he put up a damn good season. I really can't complain. Judge had the better average, though. Cal Raleigh finishes third with a far cry of home runs from what he had last year or the year before. What would now be, oh boy, Marcell Ozuna won the MVP for the Pirates. I ain't gonna lie, I've been looking at his numbers all year. He basically just been leading the league in home runs the entire time. To be honest, I think Bryce Harper got robbed of MVP number 3. Better batting average, play for a better team for whatever that's worth to you when it comes to voting for the MVP, though you and I don't vote for it. Phillies also have a Cy Young Award winner in Zach Wheeler, finally picking up a Cy Young, though. I mean, I know wins and losses don't really or shouldn't probably matter that much to a pitcher, but this man went 16-4. How he ain't win it? His ERA is not better. Sure, he had about 50 more strikeouts. In the American League, Carlos Rodon just misses out on a Cy Young, being beat out by the Astros' Hunter Brown, who went 17-11 with a 3.26 ERA, and also had 50 more strikeouts than the number 2 man. Cole Reagans finishes third. Aaron Judge goes back-to-back with the batting title in the American League. Bryce Harper, I want to say, picks up a second batting title. Nah, turns out this is his first. Miguel Andujar finished second? Yo, what is going on? This is crazy. Reliever of the year in the American League goes to Matt Strahm with 45 saves and a 1.44 ERA. Edwin Diaz is the reliever of the year for the 3-time defending champion Dodgers. I can't believe I'm saying that. He also won the award last year, which is pretty cool. Rookie of the year in the National League is Nolan McLean with 11-10 record and a 4.12 ERA. I still say to this day, y'all should split the Rookie of the Year between hitter and batter. Give some more guys some recognition. In the American League, Tatsuya Imaya wins it 13-6. So they have the Rookie of the Year in the American League and the AL Cy Young Award winner. Hank Aaron Award goes to Aaron Judge because that's pretty much his award at this point. Bryce Harper wins it in the National League. Gold Glove goes to Aaron Nola, Garrett Crochet, Cal Riley, Patrick Bailey for the 3rd year, maybe 4th year in a row. 3rd year in a row. Good for him. Kyle Riley. Ben Rice wins it. Matt Olson, Marcus Simeon, Ernie Clement, Caleb Durbin, Brady House, Mason Hey, we got an award because we freaking needed one. Oh, he won one last year. All right, cool. I'm glad I gave him the money I did, though. But I know he's going to be asking for more once that contract. Bobby Witt wins it because he wins it every year. It seems like, what's this, like his 5th Gold Glove of his career? He's yet to sneak out an MVP, but he didn't make the All-Star team this year. You can't see it. It's behind him. 2 Silver Sluggers, 3 Gold Gloves, a batting title in 24, a real staple for Kansas City. Nonetheless, Wyatt Langford wins it. Jake McCarthy, Jacob Young, Dalton Varsho, Willie Abreu, who seems to win it every year in right field anyway. He's just that damn good at it. Corbin Carroll, Marcell Ozuna, wow. Brent Rooker, I remember last year he won 2 MVPs, or in last year's MLB The Show, he won 2 MVPs in our Yankee series. Cal Riley wins the Silver Slugger at catcher. Hunter Goodman, back-to-back years for him. Bryce Harper takes it 2 out of the last 3 years. Pete Alonso gets it in the American League this time after, I think he got it in the National League last year. He did. Good for him. Ozzie Albies the Silver Slugger at second. Jazz Chisholm takes home the Silver Slugger at second. Jose Ramirez, because he wins this every year. Manny Machado, because he wins this like every year. Francisco Lindor, basically 2 out of the last 3 years. Gunnar Henderson, you know he's a problem. Riley Green, the reigning MVP. Ramon Laureano, Seiya Suzuki, Aaron Judge again. I would say maybe he played DH. He didn't. Joe Adele. Joe Adele is one of them players I did not realize he had a great power year last year. He had like 35 or 36 home runs. It's disgusting. But the Angels still can't make the playoffs. It doesn't matter who you put in on that team. Jurickson Profar wins it. I know he's supposed to be suspended, but again, how the game operates with injuries, I just didn't bother taking the time. And you know what? We'll just say It was a false test. Of course, the NLCS MVP. Let's get to work. We got some coaching vacancies, and to be honest, I should probably fire everybody. But we got to see who's retiring first. Anybody of note that we know. Max Scherzer should be a Hall of Famer. I don't know how the game is going to play this one out. 221 wins, 3,489 strikeouts, 3.22 ERA, almost 3,000 innings playing since 2008? Wow, he's really been playing for that long. Good for him. Justin Verlander in a very similar situation. He got over 3,500 innings, 3,650 strikeouts, a 3.33 ERA, 274 wins. I know real life Justin Verlander is pushing for 300. I could see him doing it. I mean, if he got 8 in this fictional year, he could get 12, right? Over the next 2-3 years, I think he could do it. Just gonna look for any notable other names. Kirby Yates calls it a career. Pretty solid closer in his only 99 saves. I forget he didn't always save games. Had a couple of good years. He really bounced around, but that is the life of a reliever. Carlos Carrasco, Cookie Carrasco retires every year. He's like 48. Oh, sorry, he's only 40. Though they continue to use his younger image. Yeah, I should have updated it. Whatever. Anybody else of note? Yu Darvish calls it a career, where he may literally call it a career, given he's got, I believe, an elbow. I think he needs Tommy John. That could be a real retirement for him. Other names, nobody really standing out in my eyes. Alex Cobb is a name I know. Kendall Graveman, Yuli Gurriel. I think he's been pretty much in the minor league system for a while. No, maybe not. Rich Hill, because Rich Hill has retired every year since like MLB The Show 14. Doesn't look like anybody. DJ LeMahieu, who's not even on a roster. I think we'll call it at that. Scherzer and Verlander both make it to the Hall of Fame, as they should, and I think this is the first time I've seen both of them get in MLB The Show at the same time. Our coaching staff looks as follows. Brett Nelson gives us +2 home runs per 9 and +3 Ks per 9 at the expense of, I believe that is some batting clutch and a -1 in fielding. Dusty Blake gives us +1 in pitching clutch and +3 in Ks per 9 with a +1 in stamina, but we lose 1 in control. Stubby Clapp, bro, that sounds wild. Stubby Clapp, +1 arm strength, -3 fielding, +1 stealing, -1 speed. Third base coach Hayden Dean gives us -1 fielding, +3 speed, -2 blocking, and -3 steal. I do like the fact he gives us speed, but I think we're taking a hit at fielding by a decent amount. -1 here, -3, that's -4, and then our manager goes -5. Like, we were one of the worst defensive teams in the league too. Maybe we just start firing, because if he's just giving us speed, that's not enough. I'm gonna need a little more than that. I think it's time to clean house. All right, Hayden Dean is owed another $1.6 million. Damn, how many more years we got? Oh, we got him for 2 more years. Brett Nelson is definitely falling off. $3.5 million, or over $3.5 million. Jeez. Let's just see what a hitting coach looked like. Ronald Salas gives us +3 power and +2 contact with +3 discipline for what it's worth. He wants $1.6 million over the next 2 to 4 years. I'll give him 3, because we aren't going to bunt a ton. I'll give you $2 million a year, my guy. We also have a vacancy in the farm director department. I know this isn't sexy, but Danny Groniger at least gets us some pitch clutch, some break, and a little arm accuracy for whatever that's worth. Turns out it's worth about $1 million a year. I'll give him a little more. Fatten his pockets a little bit. It's not max level interest, but it's something. In exclusive rights free agency, we have 3 players, and to be completely honest with you, y'all gotta stop at the tutorials. I've been playing this for 21 now years. I already know what I'm doing. Dustin May, I'm not really, let's just see what he wants. 2 years, $18 million a year. I feel like this money could be better spent elsewhere. I love his sinker, I love his sweeper, but he just really ain't that good. Though he definitely is the type of pitcher we should be taking on as a bottom of the barrel type team. Jojo Romero, I am not offering him the $23.9 million in qualifying offer. He wants a 1 year, $4.4 million. Maybe we bring him back as a setup man, as he's not my closer. He's got really good stuff. Now, granted, he's actually better against lefties than he is righties, so he's really a loogie guy, which is not a problem. A lot of teams have a lot of lefties, so if he comes up in a certain spot in the game, boom, we throw him in there. He is getting worse, though. As you see, his start of the season numbers are a little bit higher in most categories than at the end of the year. It's $4.4 million. It can't hurt. And then there's Ryan Stanek, who has solid stuff and really doesn't want that much money. I'm not going to offer him anything. At 35 years old, we can at least get a little bit younger, or at least look in free agency. Ronald Salas has taken the hitting coach job for the next 4 seasons. All right, let's take a look at the free agency board. As a lot of players have become free agents, including guys like Brandon Woodruff, Ian Happ. I just saw Tariq Skubal is available. I don't need these tutorials. Thank you. He wants $45 million a year over the next 7 years. That's like $330 million. Woo! Yeah, I don't think we can afford him. Chris Bubich wants $40 million over the next 6 years. Oh my goodness. Chris Sale wants $41 million for a year? Dude, you are 40. Wait, sorry, it's 37. Adrian Morejon wants almost $15 million for 3 years. You must want to be a closer. Woodruff wants 35. Oh my God. Luzardo wants 34, a little bit more reasonable. Is he coming off? He's coming off a 3rd place finish in the Cy Young. Yeah, he doesn't have an actual award. And yeah, 2 pretty good back-to-back seasons, 13-9, 15-7. Both of them under 4 ERA, which is good. Luzardo does pitch better against lefties than he does righties, but he's not a slouch against righties. Jazz Chisholm has hit the open market. He wants about $25 million a year. The question is, where do we put him? Oh, they didn't give him outfielders, secondaries anymore. Damn it. Because I would have liked to have signed him. But, damn, he's got great power against righties too. Maybe we sign him to play second. $25 million a year. I mean, we're not quite ready for a player of his caliber per se. I'm very sure he wants to win. But Chisholm is a like 30-30 guy or near 30-30 every single year, at least the past couple of seasons. Let me see. Yup. He went 28-26, 31-31, 24-40. You know, in his time in New York. To be honest, I hate filling this thing out because I feel like it's not fleshed out enough. But I did pick both the corner, outfield, and a relief pitcher above my head as positions of priority, I guess. We need players all over the place. And then, again, not enough choice where I just picked a right-handed batter who's an on-base machine. We'll see what I'm offered or see what's out there. Jake Cousins is not a top 150 free agent. And just look at what he does against righties and lefties. I am willing to sign him. And I don't have to deal with the games that MLB The Show likes to put in here. I will give him $2 million. I think he'd easily take that. Oh, my roster's full. Shit. Hang on. We have 95 players in the organization. Sometimes you got to look outside of free agency. Juancil Perez is on the Tigers trade block. I don't know how much he made last year, but if he's given that kind of numbers to a good team, and he's probably the team's, 3rd, maybe 4th outfielder, maybe their DH, I want him. I don't think he's going to cost that much. Turns out his arbitration number is $5.8 million. As you can see in the middle bottom portion, they do have projected salaries for guys who are coming up on arbitration. Oh yeah, Riley Green is a untouchable player for this team. Parker Meadows is their other outfielder, though I don't know how much he's actually. Well, he's playing a decent amount, 128 games. Max Clark is somehow on the trade block. That's weird because if you trade Winfield Perez, you're going to want Max Clark. And Kerry Carpenter obviously is a starter. This may seem like either a little too much or not enough. I'm going to trade Hunter Dobbins, who I know is a deep potential, which is very weird. And Thomas Segase. Segase is already surpassed by Tommy Troy. And Troy is like what? A slightly better player? Segase's got the better bat. Troy's the better fielder and has slightly a better speed. He's just a better base stealer. In free agency itself, we're going to offer Alex Vesia or at least put him on the board. Good against righties, very good against righties, very good against lefties. Good stuff. Fastball, slider, circle change is kind of just there for shits and giggles. He might not be a closer per se, but he could hold it down if we ever really needed him to. Herrera is eligible for arbitration, but paying him $7 million a year really ain't the worst thing in the world. I honestly see him in the future as a trade piece. I'm gonna give him this deal. Hopefully he takes it. I want Matt Swanson to be a staple in the bullpen, even if he may not always be the closer. I just moved him to closer in position. And I think $4 million a year is pretty good for us. Tigers got back to us. They don't like the trade. Probably understandably so. Let's see if we're going to counter it. Are they even going to let us? No, they ain't even going to let us counter it. Damn. All right, let's look elsewhere. And the Tigers have made a different move. They are trading a starter, 18-year-old Paul Groves, who I think was just drafted. He literally was just drafted last season and is already on the move. New squad. Going to be an Angels pitcher in exchange for Yusei Kikuchi and Nick Madrigal. Tariq Skubal is a free agent, in case you were wondering. Apparently, Stephen Kwan is on the block. He also put up pretty good numbers last year and is just a better offensive player than Winfield Perez was anyway. Doesn't hit for near the power, but he's a much better defender. Doesn't have the speed, but why is Cleveland so willing to trade it? Cleveland is looking for a young catcher, and we've got a couple of guys at catcher that I can kind of go any which way with, or at least young enough at catcher. Ivan Herrera, I'm not letting him go anywhere. Pedro Pajes definitely could move, though he has the stronger arm versus Herrera at catcher. I'm not really too sold on him. I just realized Stephen Kwan is projected to make $22 million in arbitration. Is he worth that? Screw it. Let's see if Gleyber Torres will give us something. He wants $12 million a year. It kind of knocks Vicia's motivation down, but I don't really care. Torres can come in, play second. That'll at least leave us Tommy Troy to sit for a little bit longer. Or maybe we take him off the board. I don't know. I'll take him off the board. I didn't trade for Tommy Troy for no reason. Zach Gallen did have pretty much a bounce-back season. The ERA doesn't really show it. He did win more games than he did the year before. And I think for the $22 million he's asking for, you see the attributes right there. I don't think that's a bad move. I don't want to give him 4 years, though. I might give him 2 at most. Tariq Skubal re-signs with the Tigers. Longest, biggest contract in Tigers history by a wide margin. It actually might be more than Miguel Cabrera's deal, but 8 years, $359 million. That's $45 million a year through age 38. Chisholm has betrayed all New York Yankee fans. He is going to Boston. 6 years, $151.7 million. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Dodgers also get Ian Happ, 3 years, $75 million. Took us through mid-November in order to actually get a farm director. We finally got one, Danny Groniger, for 3 years. Adrian Morejon, 4 years, almost $60 million going to Boston. Pirates have made a trade. They have moved Ryan O'Hearn in exchange for Cam Caminiti. Damn, I kind of wanted him to. He's only 20 years old, son of Ken Caminiti. I'm mad I had to think about that for a second. I am that old. I actually remember Ken Caminiti. 20, lefty pitcher. He's got pretty decent to good upside. He hasn't pitched in the majors yet. That's a good move for Pittsburgh. I'm going to try my hand at Stephen Kwan. I'm going to send them Nathan Church and Leonardo Brunel, a top catcher we have in our organization. You can barely see it past my cranium, but there he is. 65 overall seat potential. Hits better against lefties than he does righties. Good arm strength, good fielder. A little minor move. I like Joe Lampe, 26 years old. He's got not too bad contact and fielding. He's pretty just a solid all-around type of dude. Why not put him in AAA? I like Michael Sakura as a long reliever. He's got 56 stamina, and he was just a starter maybe over a year ago. I think this is a good. Trent Grisham to the Mets, 4 years, $105.6 million. Damn, they really paying him for that 2024 season or 25 season. Chris Bubich goes to, wow, the Orioles, 7 years, $297.9 million. What? Really? I mean, I get he had an under 3 ERA, but damn, shorten them contracts up. What's wrong with y'all? All right, 2 of these players can be signed now. Gallon, we gonna have to wait for. Garcia, 2 years, $9.7 million. That seems a little steep, but y'all don't have to tutor me every damn time. Told you, I've been doing this probably longer than most of the devs been working there. Anyhow, 2 years, 9.7. How old is he again? He's third. He's a lefty. He plays well against righties and lefties. I can give him a 3rd year. I think a 3rd year would be fine. I know he's not the closer, but I just want a steady arm in the pen. And I think this would be solid enough. Whether he takes it or not is really up in the air. Mike Sakura wants $3.4 million, a much more savory number we can deal with. He's 29. I could give him 2 years. I think 2 years sounds good. 2 years, I'll give him 3. Give him 3 years. 3 years, and that's about $10 million in total. Maybe he signs, maybe he doesn't. Just because there are some guys in the minors that I think need to spend, some guys at the major league level that I might want to just shift down to AAA and let them get a little better. The Cleveland Guardians do not accept our deal. I might have to modify this. Let me modify it. Turns out I can't. You only get one shot to modify. I'm offer them a similar deal. Bernal, Jose Fermin, and Wanbin Cho. I know they're a bunch of C potentials, but I gotta try somehow. This looks like Cleveland's trying to get rid of that money. All right, Alex Vesia is... Oh man, he laughed at our deal. He said, is this a negotiation or a comedy show? Wow, I ain't think I undersold you that much. Actually, I think you probably get overpaid because I'm not putting you as my closer. Now Michael Sakura is getting an opportunity, and he will be our first free agent we sign. Early bird gets the one. Oh my goodness, these are so cheesy. So, all right. We signed our first free agent, and Sakura will be a long reliever and maybe emergency starter if somebody gets hurt. Aroldis Chapman is continuing his career. I think he started playing in 2010, where he threw like the fastest fastball ever recorded, and is still playing. He's getting a contract to age, what is this, 42? Jeez Louise. Damn, Braves. Nico Horner goes back to Chicago, 7 years, $159.9 million. I looked at him, I thought about it. I saw he was coming off a bit of an off year, but I didn't want to offer him the kind of money he was asking. All right, the hardest working woman in baseball, Stephanie Saunders, the only agent in all of MLB The Show baseball, is reaching out for us to take a look at Adolis Garcia. If I am not mistaken, he's like 36, isn't he? 34, 11 million a year. He provides us some bop, but he's got a strong arm. Oh boy, he had a pretty decent year last year. The batting average leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, hell, he's barely hit over league average in any portion in his career. He's got situational hitter for what it's worth. Listen, he'd probably be a 6 batter in our lineup. I mean, I do like the power. I just don't think I'd be able to rely on him. Do we really want to? How much he wants? He wants $11 million. I know it fits the needs. For one thing, I don't like the fact that positional needs, especially in the outfield, are stuck at different actual outfield positions. Because if the CPU is basing their trades with some, thought around secondary positions, that also should play into it. Now, anyways, yeah, I'm not interested, dude. I mean, I'll look around. Jake McCarthy might be he's coming off a really down year. 6 home runs, 17 steals. He played a full season, but you played in Colorado, which probably wouldn't be much better playing here. 25, he only played 67 games, and he's never cracked double digits in homers, which is fine. I'm not expecting him to do so. I kind of just need a table setter, even if he doesn't have the quirk for it. You know what? He's got good contact. He's a phenomenal speed. The power ain't there. I'd be stupid to think so. He's a good enough fielder to get to the baseball. He just ain't throwing nobody out. 2 years, $7.5 million. We could do worse than this. Alex Vesia, I don't really want to give you any more money, dude. Yeah, you'll get 2 years, 9.7. Hold on. Completing his trade would take us below the minimum required for healthy and active players on the roster. That's not my problem. And this should still allow trades to go through because you can still... Wait, do they need another player? Okay, nope, I see what it is. I need to take on another player. Fine. I will take on another player. What y'all got sitting around for relievers? Y'all actually have a decent amount of relievers on the trade block. All the way down. It's okay. That's about as deep as we need to go. I'm going to counter with seeing if we could just take a reliever off there. They immediately come back with a reply. Completing this trade would take us below the minimum required. Again, not my problem. Who cares? The roster matters once you start the regular season. Not now. All right, Vesia is coming to a decision, and oh boy, he out here insulting us again. Saying he don't work with peanuts, and feel free to get back to him with a serious offer. All right, I might be looking at it. Now, Gallen is going to sign with us. Yes, all right. We signed our first free agent. We signed him for less years and a little bit more money. But I think we should still be getting him while he's still a very quality starter. The Pirates signed back David Bednar after trading him like a year and a half ago. They signed him for $10 million. What in the hell is going on? And the Pirates signed Ryan Jeffers for 4 years, $41.5 million deal, which sounds freaking weird because this seems like y'all have like 5 catchers. Ryan Jeffers. What happened to Tyler Stevenson? Didn't y'all? Maybe y'all let him walk. And I'm realizing all these CPU teams have like 70 to 75 players. No wonder they can't make no trades. Yes, the probably biggest point of our offseason, which will take us into 2027. We have, obviously tied for top odds at the first round pick. Are we getting it? We have 16.5% chance. Nationals are tied with it. So are the White Sox. Hopefully we don't drop way down. This is a far cry from the Yankee series. I did not have to deal with this other than going into 2030 when we missed the playoffs after winning the World Series. And oh my God, we dropped down to 5. The Rockies get the number 1 pick. Followed by the Reds. White Sox don't move at all. The Athletics leapfrog a decent amount of us. Nationals move down to 5. We move down to 6. And the Rays move down to 7. Freddie Peralta is getting the biggest contract in A's history. I can say that off the top of my head because I know they don't sign nobody like that. 7 years, $219.5 million. Mind you, they are not moving to Vegas yet. At least I don't think so. And then Jesus Luzardo, oh my goodness, wow. 7 years, $280.4 million. Big money for big-time pitcher, particularly from last year. Jake McCarthy is pretty well ready to sign with us. 70% motivated. I think just offering what he asked for is pretty solid. 2 years, $7.5 million. And we'll see if he takes it. Vesia, I'm going to make him sweat because I'm going to look in the Rule 5 draft in just a moment. And Jake McCarthy is going to sign with the Redbirds. I know it's not a massive deal. I know it's not somebody that's going to really, blow us out of the water, but I think he'll definitely be a quality guy for us in the outfield. And now for the Rule 5 draft. We get the first pick, which I am so far from used to this. Clark Schmidt is the best player in the Rule 5 draft. Do we add him and just kind of hope that the rest of the pitchers in the organization, because listen, Jurangelo Sinjay might not be ready. Dobbins isn't quite there. Jerpy. Yeah, I think we take Clark Schmidt. This is pretty much a no-brainer. I know we're not going to immediately compete for even a wild card. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll compete for a wild card. Let's give us an opportunity to do so. I don't know how I got roped into the Rule 5 draft, and I skipped. Listen, I tried to simulate through the Rule 5 draft because for some reason I had control over other teams' drafting, which made no sense. And we picked up Jacob Berry. I mean, he's not bad, but he's not ready for the majors, so he's not going to stay on the roster. Stephanie Saunders is offering us Alex McCall. He looks like a decent player. Strong arm. Not very accurate, though. Hits for lefty power, not righty. I mean, it'd be nice for a backup position at the age of 32. Played for the Dodgers last year. I think played for them at 25. Also, not really sold on him. How much does he want? He wants 2 years, $5 million. I mean, we are kind of bereft at outfield. In other words, we don't have very many depth guys. Some I'm not interested in, then probably look to sign him. Alex Vesia, and I'm kind of considering this the last chance. Same contract, you're 80% motivated, just sign with us, damn it. Garcia is going to finally be broken down and will sign with us. So we've got a quality reliever. He's a lefty, though. Brady Singer signs with the Nationals, 5 years, $150. Luis Rengifo is now being dangled in front of us, and I don't really need to be a middle infielder for us. Really need an outfield. Alec Thomas is kind of just chilling out. He's 26, lefty bat. Really only plays center, but why not try to get him in? All right, he's not motivated yet. We'll see where things play out. We've still got like another 6 weeks left. Mariners have made a late move, getting Luis Garcia in exchange for Keon Dobbs. Luis Garcia, the National. Ooh, I could have sworn he was a free agent. He might not have been. He is on the move in his last year arbitration. Brandon Woodruff is going to Canada, 3 years, $95.3 million. Alec Thomas is kind of ready to sign. Let's see. Again, only wants $6.8 million, 2 years. This is this should be a done deal. And Thomas is coming in with a decision about a week later and not quite ready to sign. I'll give him some time. Oh my God, what the hell? Chris Sale signs for 2 years, $101.2 million. What? He is 37. Oh, damn, no, he had a phenomenal season last year. Okay, he must have held the Padres over a damn barrel. That is crazy. Josh Schreiber is now being dangled out there as a 1 year reliever. I'll offer him a contract. It's only $4 million. Maybe he signs it. Alec Thomas is ready for renegotiating again. I'm not offering him any more money. 6.8 is what it is. Schreiber is going to sign with the Redbirds. All right, this seems like a solid move. He is. Oh, can't even show it right this very second. Where is he at? Schreiber. Beat potential, 71 overall. He is 33 years old, but he pitches well enough against righties, decently against left. I just like that he's got plus pitches all across. The fastball, the sweeper, the sinker, the cutter, and a circle change. All right, we are in February. Alec Thomas will sign with the Redbirds. He is more or less going to be like a fourth outfielder. Him and Nathan Church will kind of just, play around with that. All right, arbitration. Andre Palante getting $4 million. Alec Burleson, $6.5 million, or a little over that. Pedro Pajes, $800,000. We're not offering anybody any contracts. $2.26 for Matthew Liberatore. Kyle Leahy's getting $3.2 million. Jordan Walker's getting $800,000. Riley O'Brien getting $800,000, and Clark Schmidt getting $4.223 million. That's the money from when he was dealing with the Yankees. And honestly, that is the end of the offseason. I don't have enough money to sign Shane Bieber, but this is the final week of free agency. Maybe we'll see if he's available at the beginning of the spring. With that being said, let me know what y'all thought of the offseason. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.